playing time in practice, but not in the actual games, you don't have as much room to grow? Or are those practices where you're going up against top level competition enough to make you significantly better?
No, I agree. I totally get his point. I agree to it up to a certain point. Siguro to start with, before I go straight to 30, like for example, you have here in Japan in the B League, we have collegiate players.
Mm.
Around January, high school, college players, university players can join a team, and after the season, whether or not they want to jump pro or go back to their college and play more, um, it happens. We have we have a rule like that here in the B League. So those players, they're young, they rarely play, they barely play. They're just there for practice, and that's their game. So of course, application, it's about the game. Pero in practice, you definitely can get better. Definitely can get better. And I don't think it regresses you if you just don't play. If you don't play, you just practice. You just won't have an opportunity to showcase or whether or not see what if you've improved. Siguro doon. And with 30's case, he's in a headspace wherein he knows that. Like he knows, like what Quinito said, he knows that he's getting better in practice. He's teammates with Musa, with Abbas, Prepelic, Bertans, Nate Mason, those guys, like EuroLeague guys, EuroLeague names, household names. Um, and Avramovic from Serbia. So in practice, that's like heaven in practice. I have no choice but to go hard and treat this as my game, because in the game, I know I won't be able to play 20 minutes, 25 minutes like I was playing in the B League. So it's all about, again, perspective. Like, um, like where am I right now? So in practice, I have to go 100%. In the games, if I go 100% in practices, I know I'll be ready when time comes. The best thing about it, I just in the game, I just have to go hard for what, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, because yun lang yung mabibigay sa akin. But the coaches, assistant coaches, organization, they'll see that. And I get it na si Thirdy siguro he's too young to settle for 5, 8, 10 minutes. But he has his own goals. You can't tell somebody to not pursue his own goals. If that's the direction he's headed, diba? So if that's the thing with the decisions Sturdy makes, alam niya yon, and he knows what comes with it, diba? I mean,
What if Kiefer, and sorry to cut you off, but I just got curious and I want to ask it before I lose my train of thought. What if you were in that position where you were told you get to go to Dubai, you get to train with some of these top tier talent, but
mhm.
you'll only get 2 to 4 minutes a game? What would your perspective be? Would you take that? Or would you lean more towards the I want to play in the actual game type?
Well, ako, sa situation ko, honestly, when I thought about it, na pag nandun ako, I think I'm in a situation wherein it's not about the game na. I have to find security. If ever I was there, 30 was offered like a year.
Hmm.
I'm in a stage where I have a plan that I want to get married, I want to go to this family, I want to build my this. So that was my situation. That
So
was
that's
my
where the human side comes in.
yeah, it didn't really matter whether I play or not. It's where my security was. That was the decision maker. Like honestly, like I'm really, whether or not, and I was also in touch with my reality. 30 is young, he's stronger, he's bigger, he can compete with those guys. I play a different position, I'm older, and that's a whole different level that I knew I wanted to challenge myself, but at the same time I had to be realistic to go back to that part.
Right,
So
right.
I have to be secure, I have to be this. If I sign that, pass it up, I get cut after 6 months, pass out a 2 year deal. Maybe, maybe until now I'm still sick to my gut. So it's a matter of, that was my perspective and situations also. 30 has no family, and even if he has no girlfriend, there's no girlfriend to watch in the games. I don't know where that came out. So I'm just throwing it out there, bro. So uh yeah, I mean, if I was there, that would be it. So uh different situation for me, different case where I had to look beyond basketball, look beyond playing time. And yeah, that's why I stayed out here in Japan. Wala naman akong offer dun sa Dubai. So but if ever though, I think that would be my way of thinking.